The schwa sound. Arguably the most important sound to British English. Some say it's 30 to 35% of British pronunciation in Southern RP or modern contemporary RP, which is what I teach. So today I'm giving you some of the most common words, the words we use the most in daily English, involving the schwa sound. That's the sound, by the way, I'm not just making strange noises. Everybody, it's me, Elliott from ETJ English. I hope you've been doing well. So as I said, the schwa sound, it's really important to British English, and we use it in many different situations. At the end of words, the beginning of words, in the middle of words, and we use it to replace vowels, weak forms or function words. So it's probably the most important part of my job to teach my students how to use the schwa sound, so I'm going to give you a little bit of information today. If you need more information and you want to master the British accent, then obviously there is an online course of mine which you can join and talk to me directly with voice messaging on WhatsApp. But in this lesson, we're going to do a brief overview and learn some of the most important words in British English involving the schwa. So firstly, how do we pronounce the schwa sound? Well, it's very simple, actually. It's the most relaxed sound in British English. All we do is open the mouth in a very relaxed way, like this. Tongue in the middle of the mouth, not really doing anything, just forget about your tongue. It should be just relaxed in the middle of your mouth, not too far forwards, not too far back, not too high, not too low. Relax, be relaxed, like the schwa. And the sound is Copy after me. So let's try it at the beginning of words first, just so that we can understand how to join from the sound into consonants. For example, about. So as you can imagine, this is a very common word in British English. We say it quite a lot. And we're starting with the schwa sound. Now, the first thing to remember, a syllable with the schwa sound is not stressed. So because this word is two syllables, about, that means that the second syllable is going to be stressed because the schwa is at the beginning. About. 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 The British accent we're learning, we never pronounce the letter R at the end of words. So that means we're going to just pronounce at the end. Now, anytime you have an at the end of a word, for example, doctor, teacher, adventure, there's always an at the end. In North American English, you would hear most of the time. So, teacher. Let's try some more words where the schwa is at the end. And don't forget, we're not pronouncing the R at the end of the word. There's no it's just whatever. 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 Or never. Sometimes we say never ever. Never ever. What I like to call my evening meal, so the big meal I have in the evening, dinner. 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 But we also have the schwa sound in the name of the meal that we have in the morning. What's that called? It's called breakfast. Breakfast. First. Now this is difficult because we have a consonant cluster at the end which comes after the schwa. And then we have st. So what's happening here is we're going from an S into a T. What you need to do is create the S, and then cut the S out with a quick T. St. Breakfast. 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 My favourite meals of the day are breakfast and dinner. How about the word understand? Can you guess where the schwa sound is in this word? Understand. Understand. Is the schwa sound, so it must be in the middle of the word. Understand. Now we could add another schwa sound into this word and say understandably. 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 And this is a great tip. When you say the schwa faster, it sounds better. Now the reason why is because the schwa is not stressed. It's a very, very relaxed vowel and it only appears in unstressed syllables. So it's good to say it fast, understandably. Okay, when you say it nice and fast, it sounds better. Now please don't get the schwa confused with the sound at the beginning of this word. Under. So we have and we have For the sound, we're opening the mouth a little bit more and the tongue is curling slightly. So it's becoming an instead of an under, Okay, slight difference there. How about the word definitely? Definitely. Definitely. So, definitely. Now, I'm not producing the T after the schwa sound, so I'm saying definitely. But it's okay to say definitely if you prefer to pronounce the T. Either or is okay, but when we're talking fast, generally that T might be dropped in this word and it will become definitely rather than definitely. But you can do either and remember the schwa sound. Definitely. But now the most important part, and for me this is where this 30 to 35% of the schwa sound appears in weak forms. So, how do we pronounce this word? To. But if the word is not important in our sentence, if it's what we would call a function word, we would pronounce it as t. For example, I went to school, to school. We don't say to school usually. We will pronounce the to as t because it's not stressed in our sentence. So we're going to relax it. It's just a grammar word. It's not really important. So instead of saying I went to school, we might say I went to school, to school. What about this word? Th, we might say. Now usually it's pronounced as for in its strong form, but we could pronounce it as f with the schwa sound, so F and then just a schwa, So let's try the schwa a few times in this sentence. I had pasta, at the end of pasta. I had pasta for dinner. F, schwa sound, dinner. We've already learnt that. I had pasta for dinner. I had pasta for dinner. So what about the word here? The, right? That's how we would pronounce it before a vowel. So if the next word begins with a vowel, the earth, the apple, for example. But if we have this word before a consonant, we pronounce it as the. Again, th and then schwa. So this is tricky. Get your tongue between your teeth, and then just open your mouth and relax your tongue. Push it back slightly. The dog, the cat. Actually, where is my cat? The word you. Yes, that's right. The word you can be pronounced as y. Where do you want to go later? Where do you... Even do's being pronounced with a schwa sound here. Where do you want to go later? So where do you want to go later? 4 times. Four times. We're having the schwa sound there. Where do you want to go later? So the schwa is everywhere, okay? And that is my final point. The schwa is everywhere. This lesson has only touched the tip of the iceberg, right? So if you need to learn more about the schwa, you definitely need some training because, as I said, we need to understand when we do and when we don't pronounce it. There are specific rules which you can learn, and those are all available in my course. And of course, you can ask me questions whenever you want if you join my course through voice messaging and text messaging on WeChat or WhatsApp whenever you want. It's a British pronunciation accent course. That's what I am, a specialist in that field, and it will train you to reduce your accent and replace it with an accent basically the same as mine, a contemporary Southern RP British accent. So if you're interested, you can click the link in the description below and join my course, and I'm really looking forward to meeting some of you who join. Other than that, I make videos here for free on YouTube. They're here to help you with your pronunciation as much as I can outside of my real teaching time with my students in my course. So thank you everyone who has been supporting this channel and giving me feedback. Now I have a question for you. How many words can you list in the comments below which include the schwa sound? I want us to have the best list ever in this comment section of words involving the schwa sound. Give me as many as you can, and we will see if we can make one big list, which perhaps I'll give you in a future lesson. There you go. Perhaps. It's everywhere. Perhaps. I need to stop. Just remember, the schwa is always chilled out. It's always relaxed. It's laid back. So if you are struggling with pronouncing it, just remember, you just need to have no stress. Chill out. Be cool, like the schwa. Oh dear, that sounded really cheesy. Thanks very much for watching, guys. I will see you next time. Take care.